Classin is finally scaling back their freemium version effective today. Hello, online teacherpreneurs, and welcome back to our channel. I am Coach Kinga of Create and Funnel, helping online teacherpreneurs just like you build their Chinese student base and scale their income to the business of their dreams. Today, we're going to be talking about the Classin announcement. It has our community buzzing, and by now you've probably heard the news. Teachers that need more than 20 classes can upgrade to one of our paid packages using subscription or top-up method. So that's exactly what we're talking about today. We're talking about the different paid versions of Classin, choosing the right one for you and your business so you can make sure you're making the right investment, getting the most for your buck, and making sure that all systems are running smoothly. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. So for those of you watching this video today, you might already be familiar with Classin, which is a very interactive online teaching platform with an interactive whiteboard. It's very optimized for online teaching, especially geared for young learners, school children, but not only, it's got a wide variety of features. It's really, really optimized for the online teaching and learning experience. Guys, you may be familiar with that platform already, but just remember that there are also a lot of great alternatives out there to Classin. If you haven't already watched our video on the top 5 teaching platforms for the online independent teacherpreneur like yourself, be sure to check that out. Link is in the description of this video. It's got a lot of great info of free alternatives that you can use in lieu of Classin. But since the focus today is Classin, let's go ahead and get into it. I also wanted to touch on why I chose this platform for my teaching and for my lessons. As you guys know, I do target the Chinese ESL market, and I feel like using Classin really optimizes my conversions and the sales funnel process for me. It is a platform that most Chinese students and parents, if you're targeting young learners, are familiar with. And this helps in various ways. The fact that, number one, being an independent teacher, sometimes you're starting with no reputation at all, no credibility. So offering very familiar systems for your clients, such as, a platform that they've used before or a convenient payment method that is familiar to them, really optimizes the conversion process and makes things run a little more smoothly. There's less resistance. So I highly recommend really optimizing your systems for the Chinese student if that's who you're targeting. Besides that, it's very intuitive and user-friendly, so it's super easy to use, and I haven't ran into any trouble with any of my students using the platform before. They're able to join my class very easily and just run the software, whether on their computer or their mobile device, without any hangups. And so it is really great in that respect. The third reason is that it's highly optimized for online teaching as well as learning. So whereas Zoom is a great conferencing software, it's not exactly built for online lessons. So for me, it lacks a lot of the interactive tools and features that Classin offers, which is within the class, whether it's the very many teacher tools that you can use during your class, or even the LMS and learning management system that you can use to send feedback, upload courseware, and host a whole variety of files that can really supplement your lessons and bring them to the next level. Okay, guys, now I want to help you break down the versions of Classin that might be right for you and your business. Now, disclaimer. Classin has said that they feel that their price list is very transparent, but I beg to differ. I'm a huge supporter of Classin, and being a Classin ambassador, I do also want to be very transparent and true to my teachers. I do feel that their payment methods do lack transparency to some degree. Otherwise, we wouldn't have tons of teachers reaching out to us in the DMs asking which version is best for me, what will this cost me, how can I calculate how much data I'm going to be using throughout each one of my classes. Help. So definitely lacks transparency to some degree, but I think I've hacked it so far. After a lot of research and a lot of support from the community as well, I'm ready to bring forth the knowledge that I've learned so far to help you make the best decision and investment for your business. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, guys, so right here you can see the Classin pricing. Here we're going to be looking at 2 different versions with 3 different payment methods. I hope that doesn't confuse you guys already. But basically, there's a significant difference in features between Pro and Business version, as well as the method of payment. The Pro, otherwise known as the consumption or top-off method, is really great for the teacher who's targeting maybe a lower volume of classes. They're teaching maybe around 30 classes per month, okay? With this method, you want to top up at 15 USD for 100 RMB credit, all right? So 15 USD will buy you 100 RMB credit, and from there you'll be needing to track the data of your classes and understand how much you will be deducted from your credited account per class, right? So let's, for the sake of this video, focus on 30-minute classes, as most of you are teaching between 25 to 30-minute classes. If you're teaching a 50-minute class or a 60-minute class, just go ahead and double this amount. So for the Pro consumption top-off method, a 1-to-1 30-minute class is going to put you back at 2.5 RMB. That means anytime you're teaching a 1-to-1 30-minute class, 2.5 RMB is going to be deducted from that 100 RMB initial credit. It's important and worth noting that the Pro consumption model is not eligible for discount. You cannot be discounted for that 15 USD top up. You're just topping up in increments of 15 USD. So let's use that example of the teacher that's teaching maybe more than 20 classes per month, maybe around 30. So they need to choose an option that is one of the paid versions, but they're not teaching enough or at a high enough volume to be able to fork over that huge 300 USD investment, for example, right? So let's say we have our teacher teaching 30 1-to-1 30-minute classes per month, and that's going to give us an amount of 75 RMB per month, which still leaves you with, if I'm not mistaken, 25 RMB credit left over by the end of the month. So you're not even using the full amount of the 15 USD investment that you topped up at the beginning of that month. Okay, guys, now let's go ahead and take a look at our Classin business versions. These are going to be the versions that you want to choose if you're a teacher teaching a higher volume of classes, but you want to make sure to choose the right version in case, for example, you can make the consumption method last longer than 1 year, or you don't want to be bothered with tracking any data. So let's have a look first at the business consumption top-off model. So with this model, you're going to be topping up at a much higher amount, okay? The initial investment for this is actually 320 USD to top up at 2,000 RMB. Now, with our discount referral code, which link is in the description of this video, you can grab 20% off with our Classin referral link, and you can catch that in the description of this video as well, 20% off of the business versions of Classin, okay, both consumption and top off, and subscription. Okay, guys, let's have a look at the business versions of Classin. Both are really great options for teachers teaching a higher volume of classes per month, but you want to make sure that you're choosing the right version, because one might allow you to extend for more than 2 years, or one might allow you to not track that data you're using so closely if you're super busy. So let's have a look first at the consumption top-off method of business. With the top-up method, you're making an initial investment of 320 USD, topping you off at 2,000 RMB per month. Now, with our discount referral code, with this discount code, you can get 20% off the consumption top-off method, which will put you at 256 USD for that 2,000 RMB credit. Remember that this has no expiration date, so you can really make this last for you for 1, 2, 3 years if possible. A 1-to-1 30-minute class is going to put you at 1 RMB per class. A 1-to-2 30-minute class is going to be 2 RMB per student. Okay, 2 RMB per student. And cloud recording is going to put you at 1 RMB, an additional 1 RMB per class. So guys, with this, it's really important to adjust your settings prior to your class so you don't use more data or credits than you need to. Okay, so make sure that if you're teaching 1-to-1, your class is adjusted to the 1-to-1 model. If you're teaching a 30-minute class, make sure that your class is adjusted to 30 minutes. Otherwise, you're going to be using more data than you need to, and those credits are going to be disappearing more quickly. Let's take a look at the subscription option. So this was Classin's response to teachers saying that they would really love a subscription option. I think most of us were thinking of monthly subscriptions, but Classin came forth with a 6-month and a 12-month option, which I guess we're meeting in the middle to some degree. I still say that a monthly option would be really great. The initial investment would be $160 for 6 months of Classin, or $300 for 12 months of Classin. Now, again, with our discount and referral, you can get 20% off those prices, and you would be paying $128 for 6 months of Classin, or $240 for 12 months of Classin. This option, it's really great because you don't have to track your data. You have full access to the panel of features, the full LMS learning management system. You have 200 lessons per class, cloud recording with storage for up to 3 months, and of course, a lot of data storage for those teachers that are hosting materials in their Drive and kind of building their courseware database on Classin. So it's a really great option for teachers teaching a high volume of students, right? So let's do the math on this, shall we? Let's say we have a teacher teaching 50 classes per month, 50 1-to-1 30-minute classes with cloud recording, okay? Because parents are really big on that, and most of us are recording our classes, and maybe you want your parent to really access that cloud recording themselves so you don't have to send it out after class. So by the end of the year, you've only used 1,200 of your Classin RMB credits, and you still have 800 left to take you into the next year. So this might be a really great option for those teachers teaching within that range, around 50 1-to-1 classes per month. And remember, if you're not cloud recording, then you can even make that last a lot longer. But for someone like me who's teaching classes between 30 to 40 30-minute classes per week, it's not going to be convenient, and I feel like I'm going to run through those credits quickly because I definitely want the cloud recording, and I do teach a mixture of 30-minute, 50-minute classes, 25-minute, 50-minute classes. I teach 1-to-1 classes and group classes. So that would be a lot of data for me to track at the high volume of classes that I'm teaching. So I'm definitely going to opt for the 6-month subscription option, which is going to give me the option to really test out the platform for 6 months, make kind of a lower commitment. If I don't like it for 6 months, I can definitely transition into something different, try something new. And $128 is not that hefty of an investment. It's one that I'm comfortable with making for the next 6 months. Well, that wraps up our video. I hope that was really helpful for you guys to understand more about what Classin paid versions are available to you, what features they include, and the breakdown of the pricing model. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more resources for online teacherpreneurs like yourself, and give us a comment in the comment section of this video and let us know what platform you're going to be choosing after this announcement has been made. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you. Bye.